I've already tucked myself in bed and curled up into my favorite position when suddenly a mind-boggling lyric passes through my brain. I feel a rush of excitement and get up without a second of hesitation. I quickly scribble it down on my idea book and look at it proudly for a moment before slouching down on my guitar to try and find the right chords and melody to go with it. Everybody who knows me will tell you that I'm a strict rule keeper. I'm exceptionally good at keeping the rules I set for myself, and one thing I never do is get up from bed after I've declared it nighttime. I don't get up even if I'm thirsty or have to use the bathroom. I power through it and wait until morning. I've been like this my whole life before I started writing songs. Amazing lyrics that I could have never thought of during the day randomly hit me at night, and I have to write it down immediately before I forget. What started as a little hobby after dropping out of high school has turned my whole world upside down. I remember being 15 in the back of my mom's car. We had a little argument, and I put my headphones on, refusing to talk to her. I scrolled through my playlist to find the right songs to listen to through the awkward car ride, but I couldn't find anything that represented my feelings. That night when we arrived home, I got my notebook out and started writing what seemed to be about poetry but was my first ever song. I started writing songs every day, and it soon became my favorite hobby. A few months later, I started taking guitar lessons. I felt the need to make melodies for the lyrics I wrote, but I couldn't do that without a backing instrument. I practiced for 4 hours every day instead of going to school and improved rapidly. At this point, I've written countless songs, and although they weren't the best songs that ever existed, they comforted me and made me feel better about a lot of things I was going through at the time. About 6 months in, I wanted to produce the songs I've written. I needed a mic and an audio interface, which in huge coincidence my brother had at the time. He generously let me borrow them, and I produced my first ever song. After numerous attempts and failures at producing songs, I slowly got better at it and finally made a song that I was proud of. It was released on the 4th of January 2023, and it now has over 1,000 streams on Spotify. I wasn't in the best place when I made the song, but the will to finish it was the only thing that got me out of bed. For the first time in my life, I wanted to do something else than just scroll on my phone for hours. A bad argument with my mom led me to find my passion. It still is amusing when I think back on how everything started and how it all fell into place. It's been 2 years since I started making music, and now I'm preparing to release my first album. I've gotten inspired by the TV shows and movies that I've watched, the poems that I've read, and the relationships that I had in my life. I never considered myself a creative or an artistic person until now, but it's amazing what a little car ride can do to you.